Hi, welcome to my life. I'm Natalie, I'm 42. No, yes. No, I'm 41, very nearly 42. I was diagnosed with vasculitis almost 4 years ago, and then about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years, MS. They're both very similar, they both interlink. I have gone completely downhill the last 6 months, despite being on disease-modifying therapy drugs. And I just can't take it anymore. It's not quality of life. I walk with a walker now. I go out with a wheelchair. I was on using 1 or 2 sticks. So we decided as a family, as in my husband and I, my children did not have a say, that I was going to go for stem cell transplant, HSCT, otherwise known. It's a massive journey. I want to document my journey just for awareness, not for sympathy. I have an incredible support network, but honestly, there's not enough awareness around things that are available for people with MS. People with MS are often seen as people who just get on with things, and everyone has a different type of MS, or you could have the same labelled MS but different symptoms. I mean, when I told my friends I'd be having chemotherapy as part of this treatment, no one even knew that chemotherapy was an option for people with MS. I certainly didn't until I started really looking into it. Although I knew that some of the disease-modifying therapies did have a very low-grade chemo, I had no idea. So it's a real eye-opener. People didn't know that you could die from MS. Actually, you can. It affects your organs. So really, after going backwards and forwards with the doctors about diagnosis to begin with, and then seeing how quickly I have declined, even though I only have like 1 new lesion on my brain, we're going for it. It's going to be a real roller coaster of a year. It's a lot of isolation. Isolation before I go into hospital. Isolation when I come home. Isolate, isolate, isolate. I've been told to take a 12-month vacation from life. There are 2 stages to this that I also never knew. I'm finding out so much information every day. I almost don't want to find out too much. And the problem is you read so many stories. Everyone is different. Everyone reacts differently. There is no wrong or right. What is right for me might not be right for you. But I certainly know that I can't go on like this. I have an almost 12-year-old and a 13-year-old who have just been incredible. As for my husband, there are no words. It's very, very hard. We've had a chairlift put in. I've got all mobility aids around the house, which I'm so grateful for. Someone asked me, actually, are you conscious, are you embarrassed about being out with your walker? Obviously, when I first got it, I was a bit like, great. But no, it means I get to go out, except it's got to the point now that it's not enjoyable to go out. I have to take the walker. Someone has to try and fold it down, get it in their car. Depending on their car means whether I can actually step up into the car or be lifted up by friends into the car. And I'm just not finding that enjoyable anymore. So I'm building my strength up. I'm trying to do as much physio as I can. It's very hard when you can't walk. I use my arms a lot of the time for upper body strength to lift me up. I have been falling every single day since September. Every day. I've had to have x-rays on different parts of my body to check they're not broken. But I just get back up again. But it's not fun. Nothing is fun about this. So hopefully, and you have to believe and you have to be strong, I'm just going to kick MS's butt. The idea is that it's going to halt the progression of it, at least slow it down. Hopefully I'll get some of my symptoms reversed. That would be incredible. Just even to be able to go back walking with a stick instead of a walker. For me, that's everything. It's going to be a long roller coaster of a ride, especially for the first year. I wanted to document this to just raise as much awareness. I am very honest. I've always been very honest with my friends. I recently literally cut my hair. It was longer. The girls actually cut my hair, and then I let them cut it a little bit more, and then I just went shorter because I'm going to lose my hair, which is another massive emotional, mental thing to get your head around. I don't know if I'm going to lose my eyebrows or my lashes. I don't know how I'll feel about everything. You know, I'm trying to make this fun is like a funny word to use, really. You can't make this fun. But I'm trying to include my girls in as much as possible, letting them cut my hair, trying hair nets over the top so it looks like we've got bald heads. But my daughter said to me the other night, I can't imagine you bald. And you know what? Neither can I. It's just part of the process, and my hair will grow back. But it's just another stepping stone. Everyone's asked me, well, can't you wear those cold caps like they do with people with breast cancer? No, I can't, because this is completely different. This is ablating my immune system, taking it down to absolutely nothing, taking stem cells out, then putting them back in. It's almost like, think of it as a computer. You take the hard drive out, you give it a really good clean, and you put it back in. I'm using my own stem cells. That's what you do with this type of treatment. You don't use someone else's, which you might do with a patient who has cancer. So it's going to be a long journey. I will be as honest as I can be. But please just remember, everyone is different. I know, and I've been on forums where people have sailed through chemo, no effects, no side effects other than losing their hair, and have felt great. And others who have reacted to all the medicines given to them. So I can only give you my account, but I wanted to give some people some hope out there that there is always something else. Medicine's evolving. And I think depending on your situation, I've just had to go with what I've been given now and try and fix it temporarily, try and slow it down. And that's what I'm doing. So please join me on my journey, show other people. If you know someone with MS or an autoimmune disease, show them this. Let them ask their neurologist, consultant, professor if it would work for them, if they'd be interested, if they are at that point of, I have to do this, I have to do something about this, I don't want it to get worse. And I will hopefully see you very soon. Bye!